Hello, I'm back again. We are going to make the drawer today that goes in here. But before we do that, let me just get my camera up a bit more. That's it. Okay, so we are going to stick these together before we make the drawer. Okay, so what you need to do, put your drawer base to one side and put glue all over your bottom piece of your organiser base. Okay, around the edges. And the glue is working really well today. Ooh, I need to get the sleeve in it. Okay, so lots of glue, and then get your base, decide which way you want it. Oops. Okay, and then what you're going to do is line the two back pieces up, okay, so that they sit flush together. Do that first, and then make sure the sides are flush too. So you should be able to run your fingers down there and it will be a nice even edge, okay? And then the same with the sides. And then make sure it's stuck. Try and burnish it down as best as you can without moving it out of place. So that you make one piece, okay, and then that can sit and dry while we make the drawer. Okay, let me get that camera up a little bit more so you can see. No, it's wonky, it's wonky. There you are. I'll get the right angle so you can see it all. Let me just, that's a bit better. Okay, so your magazine folders will sit in there and your drawer will sit in there. Okay, so put that to one side and let that dry. And now we're going to make the drawer. So I've put the measurements up. What have I done with them? Is that them? Oh. Right. Yeah, that's a put it back down there. Right. So for the drawer, you want your back piece. I've already gone and put my construction strips on again. For the back piece, I glued them underneath so the flaps come up. Okay. And that is 11 5/8 of an inch by 2 5/8 of an inch. Okay, so that will sit like that. And then we've got the bottom piece. Again, I've put my construction strips all the way round, but on top this time. Okay, so they sit flush with all the edges and the flaps point up. The bottom piece is 11 5/8 of an inch by 5 5/8 of an inch. Then the two side pieces, I've put construction strips just on the top at the sides, and they are 5 3/4 of an inch by 2 5/8 of an inch. And then we've got the front piece. Again, I've put my construction strips on underneath and pointing up with the flaps, okay, not on top but underneath and pointing up. So now all we need to do is put it together. You can press pause here and go off and do your construction strips so that you're at the same place as I am, okay? So pause, unpause. Right, let's get this done. What we're going to do is stand the back piece up, and the bottom piece is going to be lined up along there, okay, and then you glue that side down and then glue the underneath down, okay. So let's get our glue. Oh, I can never do a straight line. Oh. See how nice it's coming out today. Oh. So when you sand that up, you need to put your glue, if you haven't already, mine's quite stuck already, along the edge of your chipboard and on the inside of your flap that's pointing up. Okay, so that sits like that, and that will go on top. Make sure they are lined up at the sides. Okay, push them into place, got to turn it round. That looks okay. And just give that a little burnish, make sure it's pushed right up against the edge of the bottom piece. Okay, so it will look like that. And now we're going to put the sides on, which will, when you do the sides, you need to make sure that the side of the side is lined up with the back piece, okay, across there. But you only need to put glue on the side, on this corner for now, alright, along your chipboard edge. On the inside of the bottom flap. And sorry, forgot this flap here, and on this one here. Put that down for a minute. Right then, okay, and then all you're going to do is line this edge up with this edge here. I need to turn it round to me to do that. Push it in place. Oh. Do the back part first, the bit that's attached to the back, because you get it all lined up. Oh, don't want to line up for me. Let me do it like this, that's better. Like that. I think the chipboard's wonky. Oh. That's better. So when your outer edge is inside, done, put your inner one on. Make sure it stays lined up. And then put your bottom flap up, making sure your side's pushed right up to the edge. And burnish that. Make sure it all stays in place. Okay. So that's your first side piece on. Better, and the same for the other side. Oh, I didn't burnish that down, hang on. Right, okay, done. Same for this side. What I meant to do was push it in place and make the crease. That's better. And then that just makes it easier when you've done the glue. So again, all along the chipboard edge, on your flaps. And just on the inside flap of your side bit and your chipboard edge. Okay, and same thing, bring this down What have I done there? Oh, that's right. Put it up the right way, Mandy. Bring that down, push that right down and line it up with your back piece and the bottom piece. And put it in the right place, might help. And do that, burnish that into place. And then bring down, do your inside piece, make sure it stays lined up. And then just the last side flap. And I think we are done with the sides. Oh no, I've burnished the inside bit down again. Okay. And then what you need to do is I've moved it. Do your outside edges here. So I'm just guessing about there. In half. Glue all over my fingers, right to the edges. Make sure it's not too long. Glue on both sides and down the middle. And just put that on your corner on the outside. And that just helps to strengthen it. Okay. Same for the other side. Right, done. Do the same for the other side. Have I got any more? I think I well underestimated the construction strips. But getting rid of all this paper I don't like the colour of. I need to get a new trimmer. I really do. Do a couple. I've got this old bamboo thing, I've had it forever and I don't usually use it, but I've started using it now because the glue don't stick to it like it does the plastic stuff. Right then. What did I do with the other one? I've lost it already. Oh. It fell on the floor. Right, so we need to do the construction strip on the outer edge of the other side of your drawer. So I am just, again, guessing. Line it up about there. Mitre. Oops. Plenty glue. And put that over there, like that. Ooh. Okay, then just to finish off your edges, you need to put one over there as well. Might as well do this now. Mitre, mitre. Oh, did that a bit short, but put that on there. Right, so all we need to do now is put the front on. Oh, I haven't even found a door handle yet for it. The drawer handle, I should say. Forgot about that. And whether... Oh, I won't worry about that now because I'm going to paint it first. Paint all your edges and what have you, and then you can put your designer paper on. I'm going for Timmy, of course. And then it'll match all my other bits and pieces. But you can make it, decorate it how you like. Some of you like shabby chic and pretty flowers and things. I like that. Well, I like everything really, but the Timmy stuff goes with my decorating I've done, so I'm going to stick to that. Alright, so that's your back piece finished. Then do the same. Now these end flaps here will just help finish off your edges. Okay. Or the ones on the outside will when we, where's my front? So this is the front. It will sit on like that. Do you think that one's a little bit shorter, you know? It's wonky, but hey ho. And the front will sit on like that. And the front is a little bit longer, just because I wanted it to fill the gap in the front of the box. So it's not sitting in or poking out, but sitting level. So, are you ready for this? Shall we put the handle on first? Because if I put it in the drawer, no, let's just go for it, shall we? Let's get the front on. So, I think if we do the bottom first, run the glue all along your chipboard edge. And on your flap. On there. And this flap at the front here. We'll do the sides in a minute. Otherwise I will just cover myself in glue. Alrighty, so the flap on the front piece goes underneath. So lift it up and it will just line up with your side pieces. Make sure that's down, make sure everything's lined up. How do I do that one? Like that. Okay, and then you want to put glue on your outside pieces first. On your chipboard edge as well. Make sure it's all lined up. Bring your flap over. And push it down. Got a little pokey up bit there. Okay. And then do the same for the inside. Put your glue on. Make sure you get in the corner. Okay, and then just push it up. Burnish it down, make sure it's stuck. Don't move it out of place like I do. Okay, so that's that side done. And now the same for the other side. You can do them both at the same time if you want, glue-wise. Put them together, put the glue on the edge of your chipboard. Forget to keep putting it in the pot. Okay, make sure it's all lined up. And burnish it down. Where my little scissors are. Now my chipboard is wonky, so there's a bit of a drop down there, but if you cut yours better than I can cut mine, then that will line up. Okay, you see where it's only a little bit, but I had a bit of, one of my sides was a bit wonky, but hey ho, I'm not going to cut another big lump of chipboard just for that, because I can hide that, because it's a drawer. So, there's your drawer. I'm just going to go and find my drawer handle and I'll be back in a moment. Hey, I'm back again. Right, I've sorted out a couple of corners for the drawer. Got them, I think, at Ali Pally last year. No, it wasn't last year, it was this year, February. Seems like last year. Okay, so I'm going to put them on the bottom corners of the drawer. Now I've got two handles. I've got this little cute, pretty one that goes quite well with the corners. Or I've got this handle type one. And I'm thinking, because it's quite a long drawer, if I use this little one, it might like put stress on the centre of the front bit. And I think that one would even it out a bit more. So I think I'm going to go for this one. But first, let's see if this drawer, now it's had 5 minutes to dry. I'm not going to push it all the way in, but I am going to make sure it fits in its hole. And that it does. Okay? See? Nice and flush. You haven't got any overhang or anything like that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Happy. So that can go up there. Now I need to find my little screws. This is my box of little, too big. Remember them, Tanya? Forgot I had them actually. I'm gonna, oh, that's a nice nubula. Now I've got some little screws in here somewhere. This one. That's another one. I don't like to use brads because I find they come undone, but if you want to use brads, that's fine. I just screw mine in and then I get my wire cutters and just nick the end off so that you don't hurt yourself when you're getting stuff in and out of the drawer. Right. That all goes back in there. Back in the drawer. So, la-di-da, let's find where the centre is. On here, so it's 11 3/4. So hang on, Phoebe. 5 and 3, 1, 2, 3. 5 and 3 there. That's not the bloody centre, is it? Why have I done that wrong? 6. 6 and 3. So that's about there. That looks about right to me. So just put a little mark on there. There's my little mark. Where the centre of your box is, the drawer, sorry. And then just line that up. Where's my little screws? I don't even have my little screwdrivers. Let me find them, hang on a sec. I can't find my little Phillips screwdriver. I think this one's too big. I wonder where that is. I bet Sam borrowed it, or Tom. Where will that be? They must have it. Nope, sorry, not going to be able to do that. I was just going to mark the holes, make the holes, put the handle on so that after I've painted and papered it I can find my mark, but I think I'll leave it till afterwards now since I haven't got my screwdriver. So I think we will make the little magazine holders. So I'm going to need to find some paper. I will be back in a minute.